I'm going to talk about country music and the development of it. I really want you to pay attention to the story of country music. The lyrics are extremely important, and the quality of the singers is important because the story is important. So, as you listen to country songs, pay attention to the stories.
So for country music, the instruments are extremely important. This is not a comprehensive list of the instruments used in country music. This is just a baseline. Many, many more instruments are used. This is just some of them, the main players. Yeah. So first we get guitar. Both acoustic and electric are used depending on what the performer is wanting from the sound. They both have a different tone quality, where the electric guitar is a much sharper quality, whereas acoustic is much more mellow. Just depends on what we're going for. Pedal steel guitar, which is this instrument in the far bottom left-hand corner. That's a pedal steel guitar, and it is played sitting down in your lap like that. And it's called a steel guitar because there's a bar of steel that the player holds in their left hand, and that's how they change pitches, whereas with a regular guitar, they're using their fingertips. A little bit different. And this is the instrument that gives country music its twang. So when you think of country music and you think that twang, that's the instrument that gives it that typical stereotypical sound. That one right there. Then we get the fiddle, and there isn't much difference between a fiddle and a violin other than how you play it. The way you play it determines what kind of music it's used in. Drum kit. This is also used in rock music, pop music, all kinds of genres, but modern country artists use it as well. Other kinds of drums are used, but when you look at mainstream country, they're going to use a drum kit. Mandolin, which is this middle left-hand picture, very small, guitar-esque, but it is not a guitar. And no, it's the mandolin, not the Mandalorian. Mandolin. We also get the banjo, and most of you know banjo. We talked about it in bluegrass as well. For country music, it's all about the song, all about the story and the lyrics. If you can't understand the lyrics, the whole point of the song is lost. When you listen to rock and pop and other genres, their tone quality can be much more gruff, harder to understand, because the lyrics aren't what's important in those styles of music. In those styles of music, it's about the melodies, whereas country, it's all about the story. So songwriters will write the lyrics, and not always is the songwriter the person who's performing it. A lot of times they're not one and the same, because the performer's not going to wait until they experience heartbreak to write a heartbreak song. They're going to get that privilege from somebody else who's already written it. And these songs tell a story. The story can be about anything. It's typically about regular life events in country music, because this type of music is made to be easy listening, easily relatable to its audience. Now, like I said, a singer needs to be able to produce words very clearly so that they're understood. If you can't understand them, the point of the song is lost. A lot of times these songs feel like they're written about the same place. And you can think of country music as taking place in the same town where everybody goes to the same grocery store, same events, same everything. It has that feel, and it's made that way so that it's relatable to its audience. Now, there were some events that affected country music, one of them being the Great Depression. A lot of these farmers were moving into cities, and so now they're starting to rely on radio for entertainment versus seeing local groups or performing themselves. And so country music became very comforting. It reminded them of home. And so this helped it to go mainstream. In the 1960s, rock and gospel started to affect country, changing how the sound was created, and it made it more commercialized. And then we get Nashville, which became the hub of commercialized country music. Now, other cities would follow. We do get Austin, which would become a big hub as well, but for produced radio music, it's typically Nashville is what you think of.
This is a true story, and I always think of Mom and Daddy. And I lost Mom and Daddy both just a few years back, and I always feel like they're watching me. So we'll dedicate this to all the good mamas and daddies that we have with us tonight. And this goes like this. Back through the years I go wandering once again, back to the seasons of my youth, and I recall a box of rags someone gave us, and how my mama put the rags to use.